In my last video on emotional eating, we looked at the 5 main causes of emotional eating and focused predominantly on number 1, high dietary restraint. And in today's video, I'm going to look at numbers 2, 3, and 4 and how they all relate to number 5. Number 2, poor interoceptive awareness. Now this is essentially a fancy way of saying our ability to understand and read the signals that our body gives us. A sense of the internal state of the body. Number 3, alexithymia, relates to a lack of emotional awareness, or more specifically, a difficulty in identifying and describing feelings. Number 4, emotional dysregulation. This essentially refers to a person's ability or inability to control or regulate their emotional response to stimulus. Now those 3 things, 2, 3 and 4, are all thought to be effects of number 5, poor or inadequate parenting techniques. What do I mean by poor or inadequate parenting techniques? Essentially anything that undermines the psychological and emotional development of a child. That could include, but isn't limited to, neglect, overly protective parenting, or manipulative or hostile behaviours, including narcissistic parenting disorder. This has been shown to be linked to 2, 3 and 4. So that negative parenting that a child might experience can lead to that child developing poor interoceptive awareness. In other words, a poor awareness of whether they're feeling hungry or full. It can also lead to alexithymia, which is a difficulty in identifying and then describing feelings. And lastly, emotional dysregulation, which is the difficulty in regulating their emotional response to stimuli. The typical response to when we're stressed or under chronic stress is that we lose appetite. Emotional eating is an atypical response where we actually go the other way and we seek comfort in food. Poor emotional regulation is what leads to us not understanding how we're feeling and being able to control that and not seek comfort in food and actually deal with the emotions we're feeling with. So if we suppress our emotions, if we use maladaptive coping strategies, an over-reliance on emotion-focused coping strategies as opposed to problem-focused strategies, and avoidance of stress by distraction, all lead to emotional eating.